guys, welcome back. We're talking today about are you addicted to sugar? This is actually part 4 in the series. And today we're going to talk about the effects of sugar on our health. This isn't going to be the most exciting segment. I'm going to be real honest with you. It's going to be filled with facts. But before we get started, I want to introduce myself. I'm Carol Ward. I am a businesswoman by day. I am a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a friend to many, and I am also an entrepreneur and CEO and owner of Carol Ward Fitness and carolwardfitness.com. My mission in life is to really help people heal themselves from the inside out, and I do that by helping them build their confidence, helping them find joy and peace, and get healthy and fit, all while having a ball at life. So, today we're going to talk really briefly because it's late. It's like midnight. It's Saturday morning, and I've had a really busy day. So, just wanted to take a few moments to reach out to you guys and to tell you a brief summary about what today's blog post will entail. It's actually going to have a lot of facts for you on the health effects of sugar on our bodies. And I think what I want to make sure to convey to people is that it's not just going to be about the things that you think right off the top of your head, like diabetes and tooth decay. Although those are two prominent things that we think of when we think of sugar and its effect on our bodies, there's really a whole lot more. It's a very involved situation when you're looking at sugar, and not just looking at the sweets that you take in. This is including the hidden sugars. So we talked about hidden sugars before. We've talked about cravings. This actually is going to include those hidden sugars, as well as your sugar from any added sugar to your coffee, any added sugar to your cereal, any added sugar through cookies or candy or cake or ice cream, iced tea, sodas. This is not even including those things. So if you add those things in, it quadruples the effects that sugar can have on your body. And actually, you know, truth be told, the number of people in the U.S. that are obese these days is staggering. It's growing every day. And of course, the same goes for the people with who are being diagnosed with diabetes. And yes, they're being put on medication, and people think that's no big deal, except for when you're diagnosed with diabetes, not only are you on medication, but you also have to modify your diet, or your lifestyle. So, you know, I think if this is really an opportunity for me to just educate you. And the reason why I'm passionate about it is because it's something that prompted me to make a change in my life, because my aunt had diabetes. I may have told you guys that story in another segment or in another series. I think it was in my series Going Vegan, my journey. But it was also my uncle, the aunt was on my father's side, and my uncle was on my mom's side. He actually had diabetes, didn't know it until he was in a diabetic coma, and then unfortunately passed away from complications due to diabetes in his 50s, if I remember correctly. It was quite some time ago. And I tell you that not to scare anybody, but because I want to bring about awareness. I want to create an awareness in people's lives about the effects of what we eat and how it affects our bodies. And while I do that, I don't want people to feel like they have to live this life of constant restriction. For me, I really just have prayed about it a lot, and I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I really try, when I see myself in a cycle of addiction to sugar or anything for that matter, to get myself out of that cycle and to not let the food control me, but for me to use the food that I put in my body as nourishment for my body, to fuel my body, not so much for I've got to have this in my life or it controls me. So some of the things that I have found is that not only does it affect your teeth, and it affects people by creating type 2 diabetes in our systems, but it also affects our liver, it can affect your skin, it can really enhance aging. It also can cause anxiety and heart palpitations and depression, ADHD. There are a number of things that you'll find in my blog at carolwardfitness.com that I actually learned about as well along this journey. But I do want to focus a little bit on the acidity of sugar, because anyone who has cancer knows that cancer thrives in a very acidic environment. So the more alkaline our bodies are, the less acidic our bodies are, the less opportunity cancer has to thrive in our bodies. So one of the things that I'm going to start by talking about is our teeth, because our teeth are affected first by sugar, because what happens is that the acid in the sugar eats away at the enamel in our teeth. So if that can create a cavity, imagine how that can get into the rest of your body. That acidity sits with you inside your system. And anytime you have cancer cells, we all have cancer cells in our body, it just allows those cancer cells to bind together. And I'm not saying all sugars. I believe that natural sugars, or sugars that are from a natural source like fruit, in limited amounts, are much healthier for our bodies than any kind of refined sugar or processed sugar or added sugar. Candy, cake, ice cream, milk, those things are actually very processed. And then of course bread is processed, and pasta and things of that nature. So I hope that this will bring at least about some awareness for people to start reading labels and maybe cutting down the extra sugars that they put in their diets. That's not even including like wine or beer or alcohol. That's a big culprit of sugar as well. So I hope that that helps. I think definitely for me, I've learned that if I look at and put my food in a food log, like myfitnesspal.com is what I use, and it's free, that I'm actually able to kind of keep track of the amount of sugar I take in every day. And I try to stay within the guidelines that they set for me. And it's probably still more sugar than we as Americans should be getting in our diet. So, so I would go and use that free tool unless you find another app on your phone. I use that app. I can access it on the website. I can access it on my phone or on my tablet. You can access that one unless you have another one you found that you enjoy. And certainly if you do, feel free to leave a comment about it, because I'd love to know more about what you use as a tool for you to track your sugar intake. So I'm going to just sign off with just letting you guys know that the reason I post these videos is because I care about you, I care about myself, and I care about my health, and I care about your health. And so just know that you're in my thoughts and prayers, and that I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I'll also be posting another video tomorrow, and another blog post will be up soon as well. And if you like this blog post, please give me, or this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, so that you can get the latest information, the latest videos. And certainly you can check me out on Facebook at carolwardfitness.com. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great one. Take care. Bye now.